We miss her every day. I think about her every day.
There is never a day where it doesn't cross my mind more than once.
Sarah was a really kind person. She sort of, every person she came across, I feel she kind of made a difference to people.
She really had an ability to kind of make you feel deeply heard and understood, and I don't think that's a skill many people can say they have necessarily.
So growing up, I think like me, Sarah and Jack, we lived together with our mum and dad. We grew up on the Kent coast, and we were a really close family. Everyone just knew us as Christina, Sarah and Jack. Like there was three of us, you know. So we grew up, and Sarah and Jack went to uni. I went on and did pharmacy, and once Jack had finished uni, Sarah and I were already like living together in Wimbledon, weren't we?
Yeah.
And Jack finished uni, and he was like, actually, I want to come and live in London too.
Yeah. A lot of people I've told that before too, like, I couldn't live with my brother and sister, I'd want to kill them. And that was never us. We were always really quite happy to, be in each other's company and be around each other.
I think I was awake feeding Cameron when the police came. It was the middle of the night, early hours of the morning, and I just had knocking and like the doorbell going. And you know when you just think, oh gosh, like someone must have the wrong house, like as in it's the early hours of the morning, I've just had a baby, like no one would be like knocking on the door, or like maybe something's happened to the neighbour.
It was as soon as I got down here in this room and I saw that policeman, and I knew, I think something in me knew what had happened.
I think I just remember saying no like a million times. I was just like, no, like as in, like it can't be happening.
It's hard to put into words.
Yeah.
I think the only way I can kind of summarise it is it's every bit as bad as you can imagine and worse.
I think I just didn't really know what to do. I think I wanted my mum at that point, and obviously couldn't have my mum because she's died, and you just want someone to make it better, and no one was going to make it better. I felt completely thrown when I had Cam, and I think that like Sarah has now, she was there for that brutal first few weeks where I was really struggling, and she hasn't got to see any of the stuff where Cam's like growing up. You know, she wasn't there when he started walking. She would have made his birthday cake. When you don't have a mum either, like as in Sarah kind of like filled that space for me, and it's been really hard. Unfortunately, like she was miles and miles away. She'd gone to visit a friend, have a weekend off from looking after me, and I think I just still feel really sad because the last time I saw her, I really actually didn't want her to go because I was relying on her so much, and I didn't even look her in the eye because I just didn't want her to go. But I did want her to go because I wanted her to go and have a nice weekend away. And I didn't look her in the eyes because I didn't want to cry in front of her, because I didn't want her to like think that I wanted her to think that she could go and have a nice time. So I didn't look her in the eyes to say bye because I didn't want to get upset. But Yeah. So I think when you find out this sort of thing, you just think, oh, what could I have done differently? I text her to say that I hope she got there okay, that she was having a good sleep, and that's the last text I sent her.
Well, when Sarah died, you know, a little bit of all of us who sort of knew Sarah and loved Sarah, you know, the version of our lives with Sarah in them died that day. So Sarah's hopes for the future were many things, I suppose. I mean, she had recently finished her master's degree in history and was ultimately wanting to become a teacher. She had ambitions to buy her own home, go on an amazing trip to America. She also wanted to adopt a rescue dog. She had a huge amount to do in her life.
One of the only good things about Mum having already passed is that she didn't have to go through this. Do you know, I think she would have lived a nightmare, and I don't know how she would have coped.
No. I think you'd have absolutely broken up.
Yeah. Sarah was so loved, and she had so much love to give, and I would say if you could stop that happening for yourself or to another family, then really, really think about doing it.
I think people have a tendency to believe that it won't ever be them. You know, people believe it won't happen to me. I've done it before, or maybe they haven't. But it only takes one time to have your life ruined or someone else's life ruined.